Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, and today we are going to be reviewing My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Now this is like a spin-off series from obviously the My Hero Academia series. It's kind of before the Midoriya goes to EU. It's been a while since I watched My Hero, but before he goes to the academy, it's basically before then. This is where Vigilantes takes place. Now, what Vigilantes is about is essentially it's a small group of like three that they kind of like meet together, and then they're not really heroes. They are vigilantes, and they also kind of like they do these small little like side they kind of like help the town out, but they're not really licensed heroes, so it's technically what they're doing is illegal. But some of the heroes kind of let it slide because they help them out. And the main plot is essentially there is a villain out there that is basically taking people's quirks that is maybe not like super dangerous quirks, and what they're doing is they're like poisoning them or like getting them this like booster to make their quirk go uncontrollable and like more powerful. And then essentially what happens is the person cannot control their quirk and they just go on a rampage. And then that's kind of like what the investigation is. This vigilante squad is kind of like trying to figure out who's doing this. And then yeah, essentially they do their little investigation. It's kind of nice. You get to see kind of some of the heroes that are in, or at least mentioned in My Hero Academia. I think it's a pretty good show. I like the characters. I will say it's not what I thought it was going to be originally when I saw it came out. They were going to do a Vigilante. I thought we were going to see more of like what the Vigilantes were like in the actual My Heroes anime. I thought it was going to be like maybe a little bit more different kinds of vigilantes that they show off. I didn't think they were going to kind of give like a small team that's not really like I don't want to say evil, but it's like there's in My Hero there's like that I can't remember his name now, but it's like the vigilante that he essentially kills, but he kills because he's killing guys who are like seriously bad, who are like villains that will go that far to kill people. He kills them, and he doesn't go after the other ones. So I thought we would kind of see something like that. But these heroes have these vigilantes kind of have like their own little the reason why they do what they do. So the one is the Crawler. That's what he ends up calling himself. I think his first name is the Nice Guy. So he's very, very similar to Midoriya in a way where he just wants to help people, and like it was his dream to be a hero, but he never quite made it to the to get to the exam. Something always happens and he never gets to do the exam, so that's why he's a vigilante. And then there's like the main, like the older guy. His whole thing is he's trying to find his daughter. His daughter has gone missing, and then he's trying to track her down. And there's a villain, the villain that's kind of like attached to everything that they're trying to find out is linked to why his daughter's been missing. So that's why he's a vigilante. That's his like little reason. And then there's the girl who she's kind of like a pop star. I don't understand why she really helps them. She kind of just tags on with them and helps them out. But in like hindsight, she kind of just wants to be like a hero kind of pop star kind of thing. That's like her whole vibe. So I wouldn't really say she's like very much a vigilante, but I mean she's part of that crew, so I suppose she has to be. And she does help them, but I mean it's not really like her main thing is like the music. Like she performs here in the streets and stuff like that. What would I give this? Vigilantes, like I said, it's not what I thought it was going to be, but it's not bad. I generally do think it's a pretty decent spin-off from the original. I wouldn't say it's going to be something that's going to like mind blow you, or it's going to like, holy shit, this is the next big thing for the My Hero series. I do think it's good. I don't know if they're going to do more. The way it ends, I think they've left the door open to potentially do more seasons. Because you don't really get a conclusion. I would say you don't get it. The story is not closed. Like they're still going to do more. I would assume they would do more. Because it doesn't really end where it's like, oh, well, that's the end of the chapter. It kind of leaves the door open. So I would assume they would do more seasons coming up. It's not a bad show. I think it's a fun show. If you're a big My Hero fan, I think you'd like this. It's not, like I said, it's not on the level of My Hero, but it is a fun little spin-off to watch and to keep you entertained. What would I give this out of 10? I think I'd give it a solid 7. I think it's a decent watch. I don't think it's like I said, it's not gonna win Anime of the Year or something like that. It's not better than My Hero, but it's good. It's a decent watch. I fairly enjoyed it. So let me know in the comments down below if you've watched it. Wow, what characters do you like? Well, what do you think it does better than My Hero, or just this My Hero just slap it out of the park? Yeah, and let me know what you think the rating should be out of 10 down in the comments down below. Anyway, that's gonna be it for the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.